Okay, so here is practice problem number 2. So we're going to draw 2 chairs for the following structure, or cyclohexane. So if you watch the first practice video, you know I'm going to start by drawing my parallel lines for my chairs. So there's an equilibrium that exists here. Now I'm going to draw the tips of those chairs. There we go. Oh, that looks bad. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. So then we have this one. Okay, so I have my chairs. So just like before, I'm going to number my ring. And again, I'm not naming this, so I'm not properly naming this for IUPAC because I'm not trying to name it. So it doesn't matter how I number. Then I'm going to number my rings, or my chairs, excuse me, to where I have consistent numbering, like so. All right, so let's get started. So I don't have anything on 1, but 2. All right, so remember our phrase, wedge is going to be up, dash is going to be down. So here I have a wedge, so this isopropyl group should be down. So looking at carbon number 2 of my chair, we can see that the equatorial position is going to be down. And then if I keep going, so nothing on 3. 4, I have a methyl group here that is also down since it is dashed. So 4, I have axial would be up, and then equatorial would be down. So this methyl group should be down in the equatorial position. And then for 5, I have a wedge for the methyl group. So this actually should be up. So axial here is down and equatorial is going to be up. So that means the methyl group needs to be in the equatorial position. Okay, I don't like that I did that. There we go. It should be in the equatorial position. All right, so there's our first chair. And I noticed that all of these are equatorial. So I have 3 equatorials. So that means this chair should have 3 axials. Okay, so let's look at this. All right, if I have nothing on 1, 2, I should be down. That is going to be the axial position. Nothing on 3. 4, okay, this chair is way too small. So let me redraw this because we don't want things to be that close together because it's going to get confusing for you guys, and I don't want to do that. So let's make this much more pronounced, I guess. So we can clearly see that, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 2 we said should be down. Nope. What do we have? What happened here? 2. Did I draw? Oh, I drew the same chair twice. Okay, cool. You can see which chair I default to. So I gotta draw the other chair. So the other chair would be this. There we go. And then let's again make this pretty prominent where I would have this. Okay, let's get my numbers back. Yes, this is the flip. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. There we go. That makes more sense. Now we have our axial isopropyl. Okay, so let me explain what just happened because that's a good self-check. So I had originally drawn this chair, and I immediately knew something was wrong because I saw that 2 should be down, and that would have been this. Well, that matches what I have. And so I was like, oh, my numbering must be off. It wasn't off. That's how I had realized I had drawn the same chair twice. So that was a way for me, my self-check of, oh, my position should be changing, and it didn't change, so something was wrong. So that's a really good self-check for you guys, too, when you're working leagues. I knew that this had to go from equatorial to axial, so that was my red flag there. All right, let's keep going, though. Let's finish the chair. So I have my first axial. I have nothing on 3, and then 4 should be down. Well, that is going to be the axial position because equatorial would go this way. And then I have something on 5. So axial would be up. So, and it's supposed to be up. Okay, so this should be up because it's on a wedge. All right, so there are my 3 axial positions. So there is the chair. Another thing you can say is if your numbering is off, let's say you weren't consistent between your 2 chairs, you would know that because your direction's going to flip. So your numbering tells we know, like we said before, direction should stay the same, so up and down. But position, which is your axial equatorial, is what should change. And if your numbering is wrong, what you're going to see in the second chair is your direction changes. So to fix that, just shift your numbering over by 1 carbon, and that will fix your chair. All right, I hope that was helpful.